Okay, welcome students. I remain Dr. Chukwudi Okonkwo. I will be taking you Cooperative Field Administration, CRB 322. Today we'll be talking about activities of cooperative assistance after the inauguration meeting of members. Let me share my screen so you can join me in today's session. Now, at the end of today's session, our expectation is that every student should be able to discuss the activities of cooperative field managers, how field managers help in the registration of cooperative societies and the documents necessary for registration, as well as extract critical knowledge of evidence of registration. Now, the activities of the cooperative field manager are also as follows. Teaching officers their duties. Now, it is a cooperative assistance duty to teach the cooperative officers their duties. For example, the secretary should be taught his duty. This is more pronounced where a qualified secretary has not been employed. He should teach him how to write minutes of the meetings, how to post transactions of the society into the appropriate books of the account and records, how to prepare the final accounts of the society. He must also teach the president and the treasurer how to perform their duty. He must explain the penalties they will face if they do not carry out their duties as laid down in the bylaws. It should be noted that the secretary is the pivot on which the society rotates, and that the society and that the secretary must be up and doing and efficient and hardworking for the society to work properly. Now, giving the members adequate cooperative education is also the duty of the cooperative field manager. The cooperative field manager, he can pass a lot of information to the members when they are holding general meetings. Apart from this, he can organize seminars and workshops for the members. It is usually during these meetings and trainings or training sessions that the members can receive the cooperative education. They even have opportunity to ask questions and then he will answer it. He can use this opportunity to discuss their problems with them, answer their questions, guide them aright by using cooperative laws and the principles of cooperation and the society's bylaws as guide. So you can also teach them or teach the members how to do good business and the principles and methods thereof. Now, it is the cooperative field manager's activity or function to submit reports from time to time. He should write reports on the cooperative societies from time to time, and the practice will enable the area officer to have current information on the societies and know how to advise members of the society on their daily undertaking. Whenever the cooperative assistant attends a society's meeting, he must write the B report, which is a report on meetings. He must also write a report or inspection and checking report on the society from time to time, which exposes facts about the business, the administration, the finances of the society. There's another one called the progress report. Progress report must also be written and submitted to the area officer from time to time. Whenever the cooperative assistant visits the society, he must write progress report on the situation of things of the society as at the time of visit. We also have another report that the cooperative field manager tends to facilitate, which is the economic survey report. It's important he writes this. It's another report that must be written on the society. It is essential for the registration of the society. The report takes into consideration the economic factors available to the society, which can enable the director of cooperative decide whether to register the society or not to register the society. Now, members are usually eager to register their societies, and that way they want to skip some of the rules. So it's the activity or the function of the cooperative field manager to encourage them to do the right thing. Like members, they buy all the books they require for running the cooperative business. It is the activity of the manager to encourage them to do this. Now, when all these are taking place in society, buying books and all that, the cooperative assistant will be happy to recommend the society for registration to the area officer along with necessary documents. Now, what is the necessary documents for registration? In primary society, at least 10 individuals are needed to enable the society apply for registration. For a secondary society, or we call it union, at least 2 registered societies, primary societies with society out of 5 are needed to apply for registration. The director of cooperatives in a state is empowered to register all cooperative societies at primary, secondary, and apex levels for the state. However, cooperative societies are not are national in nature. For example, a cooperative federation of Nigeria or National Association of Cooperative Credit Union, irrespective of their location, shall be registered by the Federal Cooperative Society. An individual must be at least 18 years of age before he can be a member of a cooperative society. Now, the documents necessary for registration: an application for registration form will be completed by at least 10 founding members. The information to be filled in include the name of the society, its address, area of operation, objects of the society, number of shares, value and their values, qualification for membership, brief description of the proposed working of the society, and names of the president, treasurer, secretary are necessary. Now, spaces are provided for the signature of the president, secretary, and the treasurer. Lastly, a column where the names, signature, thumbprints, occupation, and residence of at least 10 members of the society will be filled in is provided. Other important document is the economic survey report of the society. This report will be accompanied by the A report of the society with a recent trial balance or the society's balance sheet showing the society's financial position. The society's bylaw will also accompany the application, a seal and a chosen suitable emblem for the society. This seal does not accompany the documents mentioned above, all right, to the director of cooperative. Now, the director of cooperative may be requiring some documents, and what are they? The application shall be accompanied by such number of documents, such number of copies of these documents to be sent to the director of cooperative, which may vary from state to state. You know, Lagos State have changed their laws, so the number of copies for them may be different from that of Kogi, Edo State, Anambra State, or Jigawa State. Now, in certain cases, the following copies of such documents are prepared: 4 copies of economic survey report on the society, 4 copies of A report, 4 copies of application for registration form, 4 copies of bylaws duly completed. And in another development, the following are required: 5 copies of economic survey report, 5 copies of bylaws duly completed, 5 copies of application for registration form. The director of cooperative must study all these documents properly. He should make sure that the is correct. When a society is registered by the director of cooperative, he sends the certificate to the members of the society. He will be through the zone. He will do this through the zonal officers, the area officers, and cooperative assistants in charge of the society, who will give the certificate to the society. After this, a suitable day will be fixed by the members for the official presentation of certificate of registration by the director of cooperative or whoever he appoints to do the job. Also, this day is a day of merrymaking to members and invited guests, when food and drinks will be available to celebrate the acquisition of the certificate of registration by the society. Okay, we are done with some of the activities of the cooperative field manager. Now, concerning registration, once the registration has been done, the certificate is an evidence of registration. What is the advantage of registration? The society becomes a body corporate. The registration of the society renders it a body corporate by name, under which it is registered with perpetual succession and common seal. It becomes protected by law, can exist for a relative long time, It's empowered to acquire any property it likes within the law. It can enter into any contract. It can sue business partners, can be sued by business partners, and engage in all things that are legal that can make the society realize its set objective. That's what being body corporate means. Now, another advantage of registration is that tax privileges and stamp duties applies to the society. Sometimes, like in Nigeria now, some cooperative societies don't pay tax. Another advantage is free inspection. The corporate society also enjoy advantage of free inspection of their books and records. Then it also has some financial privileges. By registration, many cooperatives enjoy financial privileges from government in the past. These days, because of the economic situation of the country, this practice has stopped. So we also have free training programs, legal protection, limited liability status, limited liability of members by registration limit. It means that the liability of members is limited to the capital contributed into the society. New shareholders are encouraged by this limited liability to take up membership in the society since the risks are limited and reduced. Now, disadvantage of societies that are not registered. One, no legal protection, meaning that you're not protected by law. Two, it has not got a perpetual succession and a common seal. Three, business partners will not be willing to do business with them. Now, what are the common problems associated with registration of cooperative? One is bureaucracy. When cooperative apply to the office of the director for approval, it takes a long time to get such approval, as the decision will be affected by bureaucracy that normally takes place in government offices. This will affect the proper running of a cooperative society, which is believed to be a business organization and must at times take decisions fast. Now, another common problem associated with the registration of cooperative is the realization of efficiency. It was earlier stated that when a cooperative society wants registration, all members will put their best in attending meetings, paying unnecessary dues because they are seeking registration. As soon as the society is registered, they have formally received their certificate of registration. The members just relax, and that also affects their business. Number three, less freedom of decision. When a society is registered, it comes under the direct control of government officials. The cooperative assistant visits the society regularly and attend their meeting. The area officer will also be visiting such societies often. By doing this, they will influence their decision-making processes. They influence their decision-making processes and will give the members and committee members free hand, and they will not give the members and committee members free hand to run their society. And number four, common problem with association with registration of cooperative is tied to government. There's this sense of being tied to government. The society becomes affiliated to government system. It becomes a government baby. It is not used as an instrument by the government. It is used as an instrument of government to achieve some of its political aims, like rural development and all that. Now, number five, conflict with customs and tradition. When a society is registered, the bylaws of the society becomes registered. We should remember that the cooperative society laws from which the modern bylaws are prepared is a document that is imported into the country from India. This law had been copied from for the use as a Nigerian cooperative law without adapting it to the customs and tradition of the Nigerian people. Okay, you see, we have talked about a whole lot today. Now, in summary, what have we said? We've discussed cooperative field work as any job or task which is in the interest of cooperative members, which cooperative personnel carry out in compliance with the guidance and direction of his or her superior officers of corporate societies. Also, we stressed the point of advantages of registration, disadvantages of societies that are not registered, and disadvantages of registration. All right. I wish you all the best, and I wish that you attempt some of these in-course assignments, explain cooperative field work and cooperative field administration, discuss the activities of cooperative field manager in your own words, highlight some documents necessary for registration, and then discuss why it is necessary to register a cooperative society. Okay, thank you for listening, as I look forward to seeing you in my next class. If you have learned from these videos, click the notification button. Please give it a thumbs up so that others can see it or will see it. Always remember to subscribe if you have not done so. Until next time, keep learning.